Alright, a quick intro on skills if you're not familiar. So skills are reusable capabilities for AI agents. There are like a set of instructions that teaches an AI agent how to do a specific task well. Think of them like plugins or extensions that can be added to your AI agent so it can do its task well. So without a skill, an agent produces generic output because it's taught on a wide variety of knowledge across the internet. But with a skill, the agent follows your specific instructions for the task that you are most interested in and produces an output that's exactly what you want every time. It's like a recipe to follow. If you want to use new skills, go to the Skills.sh site, which is like a marketplace for skills, consisting of a lot of community contributed skills that are accessible with any agents and including OpenCode as you see here. And you could create this. So for that, you need to install the npx plugin, and I could do that using the shell here. And while that is doing that, let me go ahead and try to pick certain skills. Okay, let me try to look at this front-end design skills, which is useful if I want to create any front-end apps, and it kind of provides a set of guidelines to create beautiful front-end. And as you can notice, installing this skill basically puts this skill.md file. So all a skill is basically a skill.md file which has a set of guidelines for the agent to follow. And this skill.md file is placed inside either the project OpenCode directory, which starts with OpenCode like this, or if there is no project OpenCode directory, as in this case there is none, could be in the user home. So here you can see OpenCode has this particular bin, or it could also be in /config/OpenCode, and here you have this OpenCode RC file. So let's see where it installs. Install skill, and let me just give it to OpenCode to figure out how to install this. Okay, so it's installing here in this particular directory that we saw above inside config OpenCode, and let me allow it once, so I get a notification every time it wants to install this, and it follows this command to install a skill from the marketplace. So you can add any skill that you need. Yeah, it's just figuring out some npm issues and trying to resolve them. You have to be careful with these rmrf commands because you don't want it to delete important files from your computer, so be careful when you allow these. And yeah, here as you can see, it has, I see some header for the skills. Okay, looks like there was this wizard that we were supposed to use to install, but we didn't use it, so OpenCode figured out what we need, so selected the front-end skill, installing to OpenCode and all the other coding agents available, and it has installed it inside the particular project under agents or .agents directory and skills, and we can take a look at that. Now it's trying to also add it to the main config for OpenCode. So here it's done, and let's just have a look what it did. So if I type skills, I don't see it here, so it's not discoverable for me yet. And it says that it's installed here under agent skills, and let me restart this to take effect. And when I open skills, you can see that there is a new skill here called front-end design, and if I select this, I could give it a front-end design task. But what I wanted to show you was there should be a new .agents directory, and if you work with agents, you would have seen this by now. It's just a directory that's not useful in your code, but it's very useful for controlling your agents and guiding your agents. So you would place any kind of system prompts or any kind of additional prompts that you need inside this agent. And one important thing that you usually add inside .agents is the skill directory. So under agents, you will find a directory called skills, and if I go one level deeper, you will see it has the front-end design skill, and the name is exactly what you will see as the in the skills. So it's the same name as the name of the directory, and inside that what you will see or the most important thing in there is the skill.md file. There could be other things with it, but the skill.md is the mandatory file for a skill, and a skill.md consists of a bunch of instructions for the agent to follow when looking at or when working with that particular skill. And in this case, let's take a look. Okay, it's trying to read. I don't want that. I only wanted to open it, so let me do it again. Agent skill.md, and here you can see the entire skill.md file, and it starts with this section which is called the front matter because it's separated by these 3 dashes before and after. Is the just the content before on the front of the page, and it consists of a name which is the same name as the directory name, and a description about what this skill does, a short summary, and then this is all the skill inside it. The format of agent skills have now converged to a specific format, and what you see here is a cross-agent convention that is followed across different agents or skills. So this format, creating a new skill, works for all kinds of coding agents, whether it's OpenCode, Claude Code, Copilot, Codex. All the agents use the same format now, which follow the same folder structure or file structure we've seen with the directory name and the skill.md, and these can be placed inside the agents directory. So as with many formats that have been released recently, for example the MCP protocol, it was originally developed by Anthropic. The agent skills format was also developed by Anthropic, and it's released now as an open standard, and the community has picked it up and started following this standard. So it's good for us as end users that we could follow a same pattern, and we could create a generic skill inside our .agents direct, and this skill can be used across coding agents. You don't need to recreate it for different coding agents. You create it once, and every coding agent that works inside your project has access to this and can follow the instructions in this skill. I wanted to show you this because what we're going to do next is create a custom skill of our own. This is important because if you look into the list of skills available and you notice that what you want to do is not available here because this is community provided, and maybe somebody else does not have the same skill needed that you need, and you could create your own in that. So let me try to do that. I'll do it the crude way first. I'll try to copy this, get out of here, and let me here. So here is the agents, here is the skills, and I would create emoji bot. So it needs to be a skill.md file, and as you can see it follows the same structure as our front-end design skill, and you have to remember that skill to have the dashes and nothing else so in there. So once you have this skill.md file, we can paste in this thing and edit. Call it the same thing that I called in the name. So I would use this for every situation. It's usually hard to find an emoji when you want to write. I want something that can pick the right emoji for me when I need it. Don't care about the license for now. But given a block text, find emoji to name. You can use more than one emoji, but don't overdo it. Don't want to see off emoji. And save this. You can see that I'm saving it inside the project directory. If I want this emoji bot usable everywhere, I would need to save it inside my home or user home in the .config file. Let me quit. I open code, and here if I look at skill, you have emoji bot. Happy day. See if it can pick the right emoji. Use the right emoji bot, and it's using this as the response. So there's the thinking trace for the model, and this is the response. Is happy day, so it's sun. It tried to think if it makes sense to use either one or both, and it went ahead with 2, and you see it keeps track of my instruction that I provided. The instruction says don't overdo it, so I'll keep it to 1 to 2 emojis. So this is very powerful. Whatever you add inside the .agents, pretty powerful, and it can tweak the response of the model if used correctly. There's a fun example of creating emoji, but you could also do things like this is something that I like. Let me create another skill quickly, and I'm going to show you how. I like to call it tough love because it tries to be a bit tough on me and be brutally honest. Respond to play devil. Okay, going any idea. So I don't want somebody who accepts every prompt I throw out there. I want somebody who can be honest with me. Be brutally honest. Examine any thoughts or ideas presented in a table with pros and cons. Think about pros and cons of every idea put forward. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to create this. Of course I could create this as a checklist, then give a final recommendation as a 2-line. So here are the steps, here is the skill. Now let's go and try it out. So let's go to skills. Here, tough love, open and AI start. Oh, everybody's doing that, might as well do it. Let's see. So here it's got this. It's using the tough love skill. It's trying to analyze the pros and cons. Created a table with the pros and cons. So pros, massive market attention. Of course, everybody's talking about AI, even the dead. Cons, it's a saturated market. Every other pitch is AI powered X. AI everywhere. And few of those. But the recommendation is don't start with an AI start. Smart. That's a good recommendation. Start with a specific painful problem you've experienced firsthand, then AI is even the right tool. If you can't name the problem in one sentence, you're chasing the wave, not building value. Oh wow. I wish so many of the startups that came out doing the same thing could have asked an AI what the AI thought about it. This is how it works. So there's a new skill. We can use it anytime we want to analyze. So I say skill and then go to tough love. And let me check if I'm in the directory with the game. Yes, this is the directory with the game, and probably I have the game file here. Exactly, I have the game file here. And let me ask it what it thinks. What do you think about my game in index.html? Well, anyone play it? Can I publish it? No. Yeah, it's reading the index.html file, and let's be honest. Yeah. So the pros, it's fully functional, clean, a lot of input methods, local storage, blah blah blah. I'm not interested in this. I'm interested in this. Cons: zero originality. Wow, that's very honest. Yeah, I've used it countless times and getting boring by now. Yeah, thousands of identical clones, no hook, no twist, no unique mechanics. Graphics are functional but bland. No music, only two shields. Publishing is not equal to anyone finding or caring. Will anyone play it? Friends for 30 seconds? Out of politeness. Okay, yeah. Strangers on the internet will scroll past it because it offers nothing. Can you publish it? Yeah, but without unique mechanic, it will be ghost on any platform. If you want people to actually play it, add one noble twist, a power up, whatever. Okay, yeah, this is useful. I like to use this kind of adversarial critique, which can give me some honest truth. Otherwise, AI is usually filled up with this psychophancy that tries to agree with everything that you put out there, and that doesn't help. So we need these kind of critiques sometimes to work with it. And now you've seen how to create skills of our own, custom skills that you could create. Install skills from here. Another skills that I can recommend is this LE5 skills, which he explain like I'm 5, kind of condense technical jargon and explains in very simple terminology, and that's a useful skill to have. But if you want to create your own skills, you can do it, and I showed you how.